Hello everyone, my name is Tamika, better known as Cody, the creator of Cotiworld the blog, where our motto is where the adventurers come to explore. And this is the first video for Cotiworld titled Everyday Toys Home Edition. Now the reason why I came up with this video, the idea for this video, was because throughout my years, my 5 years of being a part of the BDSM community, for those who don't know what BDSM stands for, bondage, dominance, sadomasochism, think 50 Shades of Grey, somewhat. I've witnessed lots of toys, whether it be at a dungeon, at a house party, or one-on-one playtime. And I witnessed some that were ranged from the basic to the bizarre. And I thought to myself a lot of times, man, those toys can be very, very expensive. So one night, as I was actually on my way to a dungeon with a friend / play partner, I came up with this idea to make a video in regards to everyday items, stuff that you and I see right under our noses every single day that could enhance the mood, whether it be in the bedroom, which I am in now, your hotel, your office, wherever you choose to, have sex. And so that's where Everyday Toys Home Edition, starting Home Edition, came into fruition. Now keep in mind, this is not a long video. This is not going to be a long video. This is something to get your feet wet, to get the brain cells percolating. It's probably the equivalent to saying you're getting in your car and putting the key into the ignition. You haven't even started the car yet, which means that there's so much more to discuss, there's so much more to talk about. So I would like you all who has the pleasure of viewing this to please feel free to send questions, comments, words of advice, words of wisdom. Feel free, and you can send them to the blog Cotiworld, COTI world, one word, .tumblr.com. We also have a Facebook page, Cotiworld, and we also have a Twitter page at Cotiworld. So let's get started. I broke this video down into three categories. One, the first one will be restraint accessories, toys. The second will be impact, and the third will be cool down. Let's get started. Restraint. What do you think the word restraint means? To hold down, pretty much. So I actually came up with 3 different objects that you can use for restraining your partner. Now, if you're into restraining, if you're into being restrained, or you had a thought of restraining your partner during your sexual practice, these are 3 that you can use. The first one, a typical hair scarf. You can use this to bind your partner's wrist. You can use this also as a mask, an eye mask. See? You can use this as to tie up your person's ankles. You can use this. You can use a simple hair scarf. And I know a lot of us have hair scarves. Women, some men. We all have someone. We all have hair scarves in our arsenal of clothing. So, and this is really cool to use. The next one I'm going to bring up something that everybody, man, woman, child, all have. But don't bring children into this. Keep in mind. A belt. Belt. Same purpose. You can use this to bind, to frame the wrist. Probably use it on your ankles to hold together your feet. Same thing. You can also use this in the second category that we're going to explain, that I'm going to explain, called impact. I'm going to show you how. And last, in the restraint category, rope. I actually got this from one of my play partners. Thank you. He knows who he is. But you can use this in the same fashion as the scarf and as the belt, to tie up your wrist, tie up your ankles. Say if you had a canopy bed, or if you had a table, of course we all have tables, duh. You can use this to spread your arms, spread your legs. If you had multiple bundles of rope, you can use this to tie up, one leg, and then attach the rope to the leg of the table. Or if you had a canopy bed, attach it to the column. And you can do that for the other leg. You can do it for the arm and the other arm. And this will be a very fun experience. Very fun experience. So, rope. Now, after restraining, now comes the impact. When I think of impact, I think of something that's leaving a lasting impression. Lasting impression, or short-term impression, long-term impression. Something that leaves an impression, period. Whether it be a mental impression, a mental impact, somebody that said something kind to you that made you feel good, or boosted your self-esteem, or something that somebody said something that left in a sad impression on you for years to come, days to come, years to come, whatever. Also, impact, you can leave a physical impression on someone. And what I mean by a physical impression, say somewhat of a mark, a bruise. Keep in mind, as I stated before, being a member of the BDSM community, bruising and marks are kind of like, it's a basic everyday occurrence. You're going to see that no matter, whether you go to an event, a dungeon, what have you. You're going to see people getting bruises. You're going to see people leaving with bruises, etc. So keep in mind that. And so if you're not into BDSM, if you're not into that, what I'm going to show you, the little things I'm going to show you that can actually leave marks if you use it a certain way, if you use it, a certain way, can actually leave a mark on your body. So don't get offended. Don't get scared if you're not into it. Just keep in mind that there are other practices, there are other things out there, and there are other forms of love. And not everybody loves the same, not everybody thinks the same way. So we all need to be open-minded and keep, aware of other people's thoughts and other people's practices when it comes to love. Okay? So the first one that I'm going to show you as far as impact, and we all are born, that's great that we're all born with it. We are all extremely familiar with it. The hands. Now, as far as impact, the first thing that comes to mind when dealing with the hands is spankings. Now, I'm a product of the 80s. I was born in the 80s, 90s. If you're a child of the 90s, I guess somewhat, but I think more so the 80s, 70s, 60s, and prior, you've gotten spankings. Now, as a kid, spankings, we shiver at the thought of a spanking, and not in a good way. But as an adult, and you think of the word spankings, there's a positive, almost sensuous, somewhat, connotation that comes with it. And sometimes with the spanking, spankings, the best spanking you can get, well, you can get a spanking with a belt, you can get a spanking with a tree branch or whatever. But sometimes the best spankings can come with these. And you can start off light, whether it be, spankings, on the ass, pretty much. Ass spankings, and you can start off light. You can build it up. Or you can get powerful. It's up to you. Now, the second toy that I'm going to acknowledge is knife. Now, you can get however you want to do with it. Now, mind you, there's no blood drawn. We're not going to draw any blood in this video, so keep that in mind. But you can get sensual, you can get light, you can get, it all depends on what your level of comfort is. We're not, like I say, we're not going to draw blood, but if you're into blood, more power to you. More power to you. The second one we're going to do is a fork. Same thing. I start off light. Start off light. You can put more pressure. It's up to you. It's up to you. Third one, I'm sorry. I'm bad with counting. But let's say the next toy I'm going to explain. Tongs. Tongs you can use, say if you're somebody that's into like have your nipples played with. Take your nipple, you can clamp on your nipple. If you want to do something a little bit more bold on your female partner, you can actually take the ends and you can, while your female partner is spread, you can take and lightly clamp on her clitoris and pull. That'll be fun. Also, the next one is something that I think a lot of us households probably have or should have. Especially if you're somebody that likes to fix things and build things. It's a hammer. Keep in mind, you can tell this one is being used, but you can use this. This has a really good. You can go up and down your partner's back lightly. You can start off lightly, and then you can intensify it. Starting from like the back, the top of the back, and then slowly going down each side. Lightly hitting the butt, the ass, down all the way down the thighs, and then tapping on the soles of the feet. This can be a really great tool, a really great toy accessory to add into the bedroom. Now, the last one I'm going to display is something that I love. I haven't used it as a toy, but I just love these in general. A book. Now, I've actually saw something whereas online it said if you walk into a person's house, a potential partner's house, potential boyfriend, girlfriend, etc., and they don't have a book, at least one book in their house, don't deal with them. And I think that's true. But books are not just for reading. They can also be probably a good accessory in the bedroom as well, as far as doing impact. Same thing. You can go up and down the back of your partner. You can also go down the front of your partner. Just lightly tap. Building a sensation, with your partner. So, books, they're not just for reading. Now, our final, and that's for impact. Now, our final category is cool down, and I have in parentheses sensual, somewhat sensual, or what we call in the BDSM world aftercare. And I have a couple of things to show you in regards to that. The first one I want to showcase is brag. Wash your ass with it, wash your body with it, whatever. It's actually a good cool down after playing. You can say if you can warm it up, wet it with hot water, or wet it with ice cold water, and just lay it on a person. Lay it on them. Especially after, say, if you're somebody that's big into, say if you were flogged, if any of if you all know what flogging is, or being flogged or spanked or whatever, and just wetting this and just putting it on and just putting on the spots and just letting it sit, and just that can be such a help. That can be such a help to cooling down the body and helping the soreness that comes with being flogged or comes with being spanked go away. So a rag is a good accessory for a cool down. My next accessories that I have thought of are oil. Basic oil. You can use olive oil. You can use also coconut oil. Coconut oil seems to be all the rage now. I hear people use it in just about everything, from their hair to cooking. You can use this as a way to, moisturize. Say if you were bruised as well. You can use this to actually as a healing process. The oil is a healing process for the bruising. So like I say, this is the olive oil. I have it in my house. I use it actually when it comes to eating. I add it to my food ice and my hummus and stuff like that. But this can also be used as something for healing and for healing and cooling down. My next one is actually something that I swear by, and this shea butter. This is actually awesome, moving marks, bruises. Say if you, like I said previous, if you're into like, heavy impact play and you develop marks and bruising or welts or etc., this is awesome in regards to healing and making the bruising and the marks go away. This stuff is not expensive, not really expensive. I paid $6 for this. I go to the African store and I paid like $6 for this, and I love it, and it works wonders for the skin. So shea butter is really, really good. Also, my final accessory, a blanket. After you had your play, you've been restrained and you've been taking out your restraints, and after doing the impact play and you've been taking out your restraints and stuff of that nature, and you've been rubbed down with like oil or shea butter, the final thing I think to do as far as a cool down aftercare is being wrapped in a blanket. That you allow your body to heal. You allow your body to you allow your body to, like I said, heal up from the bruising, the scarring. You allow your body temperature to cool down back to normal. You allow yourself to get rest. This is a great ending. A great ending to a scene, to your scene, your sexual play, what have you. So, blanket. So, that, my friends, concludes the first video for Cotiworld titled Everyday Toys Home Edition. Please, as I stated in the beginning, I would love questions, comments, feedback. I would love to do more of these. This is just the first of many. So you see me, stumble. You see me, take long pauses. This is my first time, so I would love to hear back from you on, how to better myself when it comes to doing videos. And I appreciate you watching. Take care and happy play.